Alright, let's be real. You've probably already seen the trailer for The Odyssey. Your feed is flooded with breakdowns, Easter eggs, theories. But here's the problem. Most people are watching the visuals. Almost no one is understanding the story beneath it. Because this isn't just a movie. This is a brutal, psychological retelling of one of the darkest myths ever told. And today, we're not just breaking down the trailer, we're decoding the myth behind it. So, let's start. 1. The Ghost of the Mastermind. The trailer opens with a haunting line. Tell me what you remember. We see Odysseus, washed ashore, broken, and barely holding on to who he is. Quick flashes of Troy burning, and the legendary wooden horse reveal the truth. He wasn't just a soldier, he was the mastermind who ended a brutal 10-year war. But victory came at a cost. Winning Troy wasn't the end, it was the beginning of his punishment. The gods turn against him, humbling his pride and dragging him into a psychological nightmare, where, even after surviving the war, he can't escape it. Back home, Penelope is fighting her own silent war. For 20 years, she remains loyal, while her palace is taken over by suitors, demanding she choose a new husband. But she outsmarts them, promising to decide once she finishes weaving a burial shroud, only to secretly undo it every night, delaying them and holding on to hope. 2. The political snake in Ithaca. Now let's shift to Ithaca, because while Odysseus is fighting monsters, something far more dangerous is happening at home. We see Penelope, played with emotional exhaustion, surrounded by men who don't look like suitors. They look like vultures, and leading them is Robert Pattinson's character, Antinous. Now listen carefully, because this is where the story gets genius. Antinous is not just a villain, he represents something deeper. He is the decay of power. While Odysseus fights physical monsters, Antinous is the psychological monster. He manipulates, he pressures, he gaslights. That line, "I want you to choose me," it's not romantic, it's control. And casting someone like Pattinson, that's intentional. Because instead of making Antinous loud and aggressive, they made him calm, smooth, dangerous, which makes him even more terrifying. This isn't just a battle of strength anymore, it's a battle of influence, power, and survival. 3. The Vengeful Prince. Now comes one of the biggest surprises, Tom Holland as Telemachus. And if you think he's just the son, you're already underestimating him. Because in the original myth, the first part of the story isn't even about Odysseus, it's about Telemachus. His journey, his growth, his transformation into a warrior. This is called the Telemachy. And the trailer hints at something powerful. This isn't a weak prince waiting to be saved. This is a son who's done waiting. When he says his father is coming back, you don't hear hope, you hear vengeance. And the dynamic between him and Antinous, that's going to be explosive. Because this isn't just a family drama anymore, it's a ticking time bomb. 4. The Sea. Monsters and Hubris. Now, let's talk about the visuals. Because yes, they're massive. Yes, they're cinematic. But they're also symbolic. That giant whirlpool, that's Charybdis. The cave creature, that's Polyphemus, the Cyclops. But here's what really matters. It's not the monsters. It's what they represent. Because Odysseus's biggest enemy was never the creatures. It was his hubris, his arrogance, his belief that he could outsmart fate. And the trailer literally tells us this. You cannot control this. That line, that's not just dialogue. That's the entire theme of the story. This is about a man learning that no matter how smart you are not in control. 5. The Homecoming Nightmare. This is where everything comes together. Because this story is not a journey, it's not an adventure, it's a nightmare about going home. Imagine this, you survive a 10-year war, you survive monsters, gods, the sea, but when you finally return, your home is broken, your family is under threat, Your kingdom is corrupted. And the final line in the trailer, I need everyone in this party dead. That's not heroic. That's terrifying. That's the moment Odysseus stops being a survivor and becomes something else. This is the version of the myth people don't talk about. The dark, brutal, human version. So, now I want to ask you, who are you more excited for? The vengeful son, Telemachus, or the manipulative villain, Antinous? Because this isn't just a story about monsters anymore. It's about power, revenge, and survival. If you enjoyed this deeper breakdown, hit that like button right now and subscribe.